Some massive news surrounding AEW, ROH, WWE. We're going to talk about it. Don't forget, I'm giving away this championship belt at 100,000 subscribers. All right, y'all. I want to kick things off with some New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hikuleo, he was on an interview with Fightful, and it was so funny because he was talking a little bit about the WWE interest and him going to WWE, and he opened up as to why he chose not to sign with WWE. He did actually confirm the original report from Fightful that there was talk about him possibly going to the WWE. He confirmed that there were talks with the WWE, and he said that they weighed their options about potentially leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. However, he felt like they are supposed to be exactly where they are. When he saw the rumors of WWE interest online, he was checking his phone to make sure he hadn't told anyone that he shouldn't have told. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty interesting, right? When you really consider a lot of the rumors about WWE trying to bring in, Tama Tonga and Hikuleo, and like there's a variety of New Japan talents that are rumored to go to WWE. When you hear of these rumors, you start to question, why is WWE actually interested in them, right? Then you start to question a little bit more about whether or not there's merit to these rumors and whether or not are these people actually interested in going to WWE. Now, Hikuleo doesn't get specific. Was it because of money, creative? At the end of the day, I think the biggest thing is not everybody needs to go to WWE, right? Would it be cool? Of course. It would be cool to see Kenny Omega in WWE. It would be cool to see Roman Reigns in AEW. It would be cool to see Roman Reigns in New Japan because there's obviously matchups that haven't happened before that you can get excited about. But in terms of fit, Tama Tonga, Hikuleo, Tonga Loa, variety of talent in New Japan, fit in New Japan. They belong in New Japan. And the cool thing is, New Japan respects them and values them. And ultimately, that's all you can ask for. I also think the biggest con to the Hikuleo rumors, honestly, was the idea. A lot of people just kept throwing out bloodline stuff, which stupid, in my opinion. But if that's the only fantasy booking that I'm seeing, I can't really get excited about guys jumping ship. You know what I mean? Like when I think of Will Ospreay coming to WWE, there's plenty of matchups that I think of, plenty of potential storylines. When I think of Randy Orton going to AEW or Drew McIntyre going to AEW, like I look at fantasy booking and I think, yeah, like that could be pretty cool too, right? But all I saw for Hikuleo and Tama Tonga was like, oh yeah, they're just going to join the bloodline. And that to me was not something I was interested in. So for that reason, if he's happy in New Japan, I'm happy he's in New Japan, and we'll kind of leave it at that. Speaking of New Japan Pro Wrestling, CM Punk going to New Japan. This is becoming a very big topic, and honestly, I get it. I get why people even think this is a possibility, but this is largely due to Rocky Romero. He had an interview with Fightful, and he says, you never know. This is, okay, look, let me just tell you, this is absolutely insane to even think about because a lot of the talk has been about CM Punk going to WWE. He says there was supposed to be that Tanahashi-Punk match that never happened, so I think Punk coming and doing a Wrestle Kingdom or a big show like that could be great for our product. Obviously getting fresh eyes and everything that he brings to it, merchandise and everything else. So I wouldn't be opposed to it at all. Wow. He also goes on to say that he knows Tony Khan pretty well, and he feels like he would probably give him a heads up, like, hey, this is what's going on. But I don't think he would have much to say about it. I mean, obviously, it's another company. He doesn't own New Japan. And obviously, even though we have a great partnership, I think it's fine. I think he'd be cool. I think he'd be cool with it. I think AEW would be cool with it. I don't think so. I think it'd be cool. So, Rocky Romero does great business, man. I mean, anytime you hear of stories of Rocky Romero having conversations with WWE or AEW, you always hear a lot of great things. The idea of CM Punk going to New Japan is an interesting one. Mainly due to the fact that at this day and age, CM Punk is not the same wrestler that he was 10 years ago. And New Japan is more focused on the wrestling aspect. Now, of course, there is that benefit because of him being a big name and stuff. It could be interesting. But in terms of like overall in-ring stuff, I don't know if CM Punk going to New Japan makes the most sense, right? CM Punk going to WWE from the in-ring perspective makes a lot of sense because of the fact that he won't have to. It's just a different style of wrestling, and I think people need to understand that. But if CM Punk were to find his way in New Japan Pro Wrestling, I mean, I want to see CM Punk, man. I just want to see him on TV. It would be nice to see him somewhere. WWE, TNA, NJPW, AEW, I don't even care at this point. It's very... Look, this guy set out for so many years. He finally comes back. He does some great stuff in AEW. The drama, the whole bunch of, all the drama and the controversial stuff, the stigma that was left with CM Punk, I felt like didn't only apply to him, unfortunately, but he's the one who lost his job. I want to see CM Punk on TV. What's best for wrestling is TNA, because obviously TNA having CM Punk would help them grow immensely. In terms of fandom, I think there's a lot of great possibilities with CM Punk in WWE. And, there's the devil storyline in AEW. So if CM Punk were the devil in AEW, they would be the greatest work in pro wrestling history. Tony Khan may have shut down a TV deal offer. This is pretty insane when you think about it, because WWE just announced their new TV deal with the CW. Now, House of Wrestling came out and reported that CW had engaged in discussions with at least 2 other notable wrestling promotions. That being said, Tony Khan has not talked to the CW about any ROH deal because he is waiting until AEW's television rights deals come up in 2024. From House of Wrestling, they say, from what we understand, Khan did not pursue talks with the CW as he refuses to seriously entertain new deals for ROH until AEW TV rights are in play, which will be in 2024. Khan feels that by waiting, he will have more options and leverage in the marketplace. It was noted to House of Wrestling that Tony Khan found the CW executive to be very pleasant and someone he enjoyed visiting with, but it was just not the right time to make a deal. It basically came out that Tony Khan had met with executives from the CW at the Los Angeles Forum in June of 2022, and the idea was to bring ROH to the CW. Pretty insane to think about. NXT got the TV deal. NWA, ROH didn't get the TV deal. I think it's very clear what Tony Khan is doing here. Tony Khan wants to bundle everything together and get the most amount of money possible. With AEW's ever-growing library, ROH's tape history, possibility of streaming, pay-per-views, Tony Khan wants the bag for it all. And I don't blame him at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget I'm giving away this championship belt at 100,000 subscribers.